Hey, greetings. This is Ann Sieg, and I have a really special member of the Daily Marketing Coach community that I would like to introduce to you. His name is Stephen Hunt. Hi there, Stephen.
Hello, Ann. How are you today?
I'm doing awesome, and I appreciate so much you willing to take time to be with me here, even though you're getting over a cold. So if you have to cough in between here, everyone please understand. It was very gracious of you to take the time to be here.
No, it's my pleasure to be on board. I love working with you guys in DMC. It's a real pleasure on my behalf as well.
Awesome, thank you. And I also need to make note, you're not just in Daily Marketing Coach, you are in Total Funnel Immersion, which is our highest level mentorship and leadership group, which I want to make note of that. The reason I'm reaching out to you to interview you is I think you said you were real. Whoa, I'm surprised. I said, well, here you are leading the small group support call on Saturday mornings. I watch the page. I do. I'm Mrs. Mother Hen. And to see the wonderful comments that rolled in is very gratifying to me as the leader of the community and seeing the level of leaders develop out in the community, of which you are one of them. So I thank you for that.
Well, it's kind of an easy thing for me because the people that come on to the calls, every one of them has the inspiration and stuff that you're looking for, and they ask great questions and they need help, and it's a lot of fun working with them. So I thank them as well.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, let's go back in time just a little bit so people,
hmm
we're all on journeys here as entrepreneurs, is tell a little bit about yourself, your background, and what brought you into the Daily Marketing Coach community.
Well, I read those questions and I was thinking about a little bit about myself. Is pretty much about my family. I married my wife. She was my high school sweetheart back in 1975. We've been together about 44 years. We have two great kids that have given us two very special grandchildren. We live up in Northern California, up by a little town called McKinleyville, up by the northwest corner of the state. And as far as the background, I've been a builder for ever since I got out of college. I was a biology degree major. Had a degree in biology and decided that I did not really want to pursue that and decided to, well, look around and actually started my first business directly thereafter and stayed in that industry, in the construction industry, for 38 years
Oh,
until 2008 when things went a little bit south. And in doing so, kind of knocked the winds out of my sails. And I looked around, and for about 2 years, I didn't really know what to do. I was looking around, trying this, trying that, taking small jobs, doing little things. There wasn't a whole lot out there to grab up here in Northern California. And then in 2010, the little story started with this is how DMC became about. I got into the DMC end of it. I was in bed one night. I was just with my laptop trying to look for things and doing the searches. And I typed in the Googled internet business opportunities, and up popped this little. It was I guess it was a questionnaire. It was a questionnaire. It said, hey, and the question was, do you take this test if you think you're an your entrepreneurial mindset? So I took it, and after I passed, who's not going to pass, right? But after I passed, up popped Renegade Network Marketer, and so I just said, hey, okay, I'm already in this deep. I've been hooked. Let me find out more. I ordered the book. I got the PDF, and within 3 chapters, I decided that I'd found a new home. So I know my construction business wasn't going to go anywhere, but we did have our Pepper Jam business alongside, which we had started about 7 years earlier, 6 years earlier, and it was doing well. But I said, well, hey, this speaks mountains for me being able to possibly market that on the internet. So that's how I got into the Daily Marketing Coach. And what I came into, once I came into it, it didn't take me long to discover the value that's built into the system and jump from one level to, at least buy into one level from the other. I'm jumping rather slowly at times, but there's a lot to learn out there, and it's been a great experience. And I truly have found a place to stay. This is going to be a home for a while.
thank you so much. I appreciate that. I did not know the extent of your background with the construction. My brothers are in stucco, the stucco industry, and yes, they were hit very hard by the crash, and it was tough, very tough. So I think that speaks to the fact there are so many people out there having to quote unquote reinvent themselves.
hmm
In actuality, millions of people are in that process. I think baby boomers most prominently, but many people who are upset by the crash, which had a multiple effect. And so this is, a great foundation of not only teaching marketing, but it's the leadership aspect as well. Which let's dive into that. What are some of the results that you've been able to accomplish in your life and in your business as a result of being a part of the Daily Marketing Coach? And here, of course, you're in TFI, so you've come to our workshops. You know how in depth we are in TFI, but I think there's been a lot of developments for you at a lot of different levels, but I want you to speak to that personally.
Well, when I jumped in, I truly was green. I didn't really know what to expect. I'd never had any training like that because I was in a whole different industry and a different set of books to keep, in a sense. And when I got in, I found myself quite overwhelmed at first. I said, "Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff." But what I've really taken away from this thing is the personal development that I've been able to create and the mindsets that I've learned to implement and take to heart, in the sense that, okay, what's that fly just landed on my nose? Sorry.
I saw it.
It's like, that's not right. Anyway, see if I can focus back on what I was talking about here. But it's pretty much it's enabled me to regenerate a business model that I've always wanted to have. I've always felt that the internet is something that is extremely special and has the ability to do that. And we have a business to do, business we want to move into the virtual world, and this is a format that's going to really take it there for me, along with the training too. The coaching part of it is just a creme de la creme on top of it. It's just becoming a trainer with you is just even something more to add to the bells and whistles that you provide. But I'm still moving through it at my pace, and that's one of the nice things about this is you can take this at your own pace. You don't have to run it. There's people who have completely outran me, and they're moving forward, and I'm just trying to follow their shirt tails and say, hey, follow what they're doing, take it on, and stay steady with it and make it happen. But one thing you can't do here is you can't give up. You definitely have to stay on course and give it time. And it's absolutely something that's been miraculous for me, and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
That's awesome. I want to highlight something that we have within TFI that has helped me work with you and all the members of TFI. We have the weekly accountability reports, and I love reading those. I review those every week, and I send out my video review to the members of TFI. And that is, this is accountability, but it's a lot of reflection stuff. And it's through those reports I've gotten to know you better. And that has been extremely valuable to me because I've seen the development of your business mindset as a result of TFI and working in our community, working in your jam business with your wife. So it's a lot of fun to see that progress in that really direct contact of the accountability reports. So I've enjoyed that and watching your growth. Well, for those watching this video right now, this is going out to the Daily Marketing Coach community, but I can assure you it might see more than that, meaning other people who need to hear about the Daily Marketing Coach, about our high-level mentorship. So those listening, which it's a very broad gamut of people like yourself, when you first saw my ad back a couple of years ago, whenever it was, what would you have to say to those people who, they're maybe in a state of flux and change, whether they have an established business or they're considering a business? If you can just speak to the merits of what we offer here and how it could help them.
Well, pretty much you offer everything that's necessary to be able to do something like that. And it's what I've come to realize right off the get-go. From the training to the coaches to the certified trainers to all the pieces of the puzzle that you put together, the system that you've created has given me the training and the direction and the guidance that I've needed to be able to move forward with that. So people, if you're serious about it, and you need to be serious about having a business, it's not something you can treat as a hobby. You can try it out as a hobby. If it works, it works. But if you're really serious about this, this is the place to be. There's no place that I've done a little bit of research, but once I found this place, I stopped doing my research. The few platforms that I ran into had some good things about them, but nobody has what Ann has. And having said that, if you're interested in starting a business or on the internet, or you have something you want to market on the internet, this platform gives you everything you need. It was made to do this. It was made to do that across the boards. I mean, one of the things that kind of hooked me on the early days is Ann would say that, hey, we're here. We can teach you how to market a business on the internet, no matter what kind of business you have. We have doctors and lawyers and cooks and kitchens and people and everybody who is here to do one thing. They're here to market something, and that's what Ann teaches you how to do, and she will take you to the top.
Uh, well, thank you. I really appreciate again your time to be here. I know you're a really, really busy guy. It's fall season. It sounds like you got volleyball season going on, and you're a ref for something. You're
Yeah, I
busy.
referee high school volleyball, and it takes away from my business time at things, and so I'm feeling very angst about that. But
Yes.
it's something I committed to, and the girls depend on us because there's not so many of us up around up here, and it's a lot of fun. So it's over. I've got one more game of the season, then the playoffs, and then I'm back to the grindstone. Yeah,
Back to the grindstone. Well,
yeah.
awesome. Hope you feel better over the weekend here. Thanks again so much for your time, and I will love sharing this with the rest of the community.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Ann, and anytime,
All
anytime at
right.
all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
Uh huh.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.